Our guest speaker today is Command Sergeant Major James Nyquist, the Alaska Army National Guard State Command Sergeant Major. Command Sergeant Major Nyquist is a native of McMinnville, Oregon. He enlisted in the United States Army in 1991 and attended basic combat training and AIT at Fort Benning as an 11 Bravo infantryman. Upon completion of airborne school and the Ranger Indoctrination Program, he was assigned to Company Charlie, 2nd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, Fort Lewis, Washington, where he held positions as a rifleman, a grenadier, automatic rifleman, team leader, and section leader. Upon completion of his active duty enlistment, Command Sergeant Major Nyquist joined the Washington Army National Guard in 1999 and was assigned to Bravo Company 161 Infantry Mechanized in Kent, Washington. Command Sergeant Major Nyquist relocated to Alaska and transferred his service to the Alaska Army National Guard. He was assigned to the 207th Infantry Group Long Range Surveillance Detachment in June of 2000. Command Sergeant Major Nyquist was mobilized in 2006 with Company Delta, 3rd Battalion of the 297th Infantry Regiment and deployed to Operation Iraqi Freedom with service in Kuwait and Iraq. Upon his return to Alaska, he was assigned to the 1 and 297th Long Range Surveillance Company, where he served as team leader and a platoon sergeant. In 2012, he was promoted to the rank of Sergeant First Class and assigned to Alpha Troop 1 297th Reconnaissance and Surveillance Squadron, CAV. Following his Alpha Troop assignment, Command Sergeant Major Nyquist was promoted and reassigned as the Operations Sergeant Major for the 1 and 297th Infantry, simultaneously serving as the Joint Operations Center NCOIC. He assumed responsibility as Battalion Command Sergeant Major in March of 2017, also progressing to the senior enlisted position of the Alaska Army National Guard Joint Staff. Command Sergeant Major Nyquist was selected as the Alaska Army National Guard State Command Sergeant Major on 1 December 2018, where he currently serves. Command Sergeant Major Nyquist's professional military education includes Primary Leadership Development Course, Basic Non-Commissioned Officer Course, Advanced Non-Commissioned Officer Course, First Sergeant and Commander's Course, Senior Enlisted Joint Military Professional Military Education, Battalion Command Course, and he is a graduate of the U.S. Army Sergeant Major Academy. Command Sergeant Major Nyquist's awards include the Army Commendation Medal, the Army Achievement Medal, Good Conduct Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, the Humanitarian Service Medal, NCO Professional Development Ribbon, Army Service Ribbon, Overseas Service Ribbon, Ranger Tab, Expert Infantryman's Badge, Senior Parachutist Badge, and a recipient of the Order of St. Maurice. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Command Sergeant Major Nyquist.
Well, good morning, everyone. I've never had my bio have that effect on someone, so I apologize. I'll have to pare that down. It is truly an honor, and I'll say this in my remarks, but to be here with this group of soldiers today, it's just truly amazing. So soldiers of the class of 200-001, distinguished guests, family, friends, online viewers, what an honor it is to be here today. It is truly heartwarming to see so many soldiers that are willing to take on the challenge to generate the force of the Army National Guard. Finding members of our society with a propensity to serve and promoting the profession of arms is an exciting task. I encourage you to build your team, not only within your state, but maintain the network of connections that you have made here and continue that over the duration of your career. Don't be afraid to ask for support. There's always someone that knows the answer and that will help. The wheel's already been invented. Find someone that can help. They're out there. Once you get back to work, I encourage you to tell your story, why you joined the Guard, what made you decide to join and stay in the Army National Guard. The audience for that goes beyond the potential recruit. Because you are a professional, you'll need to connect with professionals in schools, business, and in society in general to educate them on the benefits of service, both tangible and intangible. You are the face of our organization, and this takes discipline and character. I believe that it doesn't matter what generation we're talking about. At some point, many of us saw a video, an advertisement, a post, a tweet, heard a story, or met someone that sparked our interest in service to our country. Those individuals are out there, and it's our charge to find them. We must focus on our people and actively engage in their growth. This starts with recruitment, but continues throughout our entire careers. You have the potential to make a huge impact on countless lives. I know the name of my recruiter, and undoubtedly you do too. When I joined, I wanted to fly helicopters. Come to find out, the Army wanted me to jump out of them instead. But the connections, camaraderie, and continuous propensity to serve is what kept me in uniform. One of the first things that I saw the other day when I walked into SMTC was their mission and vision. And the second half of the mission really jumped out at me. The words are a little bit different, but this is how I would internalize it. Has anybody read it, the mission? If you haven't, check it out. It's right inside of SMTC. Okay? So I would internalize the second half of their mission as, I will be competent, adaptable, and accountable professional who is disciplined, dedicated, and distinguished myself as a leader of character while recruiting the nation's most precious resource. Now, the words are SMTC specific, and we will produce, but that applies to each and every one of us. I was fortunate enough to start my career in a unit with a rigid culture of accountability and discipline, full of leaders of character, and it has shaped the entirety of my career. I expect you to be a leader of character and take care of our recruits and our soldiers. It may be challenging to recruit in today's competitive and complex environment, but not insurmountable because you are a professional. I frequently hear folks say that recruiters are on the front lines of our fourth generation. And I always think and argue that graduating today represents crossing the line of departure and initiating contact behind enemy lines. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you for those words of encouragement, Command Sergeant Major Nyquist.